Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the latest edition of St. Joseph's Prep Soccer here on WSJP, where today the Hawks of St. Joseph's Prep take on Conwell-Egan. The Hawks, they can retake the number 2 seed with a win here today. LaSalle College High School got a 3-0 win over Lansdale just earlier. The Prep can retake the number 2 seed with a win here today. For today's broadcast, I'm Ryan Sullivan, joined by LJ McKnight. LJ, how we doing?
Good. How about you, Ryan?
Absolutely incredible. Tuesday, the week's going by. Got LaSalle on Friday. We'll get into that broadcast in just a few minutes and the expectation for the viewers. But, I mean, it's a great day. St. Joe's Prep Soccer we got going on. It couldn't get any better. But, LJ, the first thing, the Prep, they are 0-1-1 with my mustache. The mustache is gone, LJ. Do you think that affects today's game?
I mean, I don't know about them, but it affects me. I can't just be staring off at your mustache forever now.
Thank you
but
so much.
I think it really affects the team knowing that you're looking even more sharp. So maybe they want to play more sharp.
You know what, LJ? I didn't actually think about that. That's actually a good idea. But in all seriousness, let's get to the St. Joseph's Prep team. Obviously, suffering a hard defeat to Roman Catholic just last Thursday. But, they bounced back against Newman Goretti, and then they have a tie against Abington. And now they're back here for their first game since Saturday. What do you think about this game, LJ? How do you think the Hawks are going to come into this one?
I think if they play like how they did against Abington, they're going to get, I want to say an easy one, because Abington is probably the best team we're going to play all year. And we were able to tie to them and almost won if it wasn't for like last few minutes.
Yeah, lucky, really.
Conceded goals.
Definitely a lucky goal.
But I think if we play like how we did against Abington, I think we'll be able to get a easy win.
We'll definitely see that. The Prep's PCL record at the current moment in time, 8-1, only suffering 1 defeat, that being the Roman Catholic. And the Prep, they can claim the number 2 seed on Friday with a win over LaSalle, but they got to do that first. But we can't look past Egan. They were a team last year who was definitely up in the standings. I believe the number 3 seed off the top of my head. This year, not really having the same success. They're kind of middle of the pack, trying to fight for a playoff spot. This is definitely not a team that the Prep can, look over just because you have LaSalle on Friday. Obviously, the school heavily promoting that game against LaSalle. But I think if you're St. Joe's Prep, LJ, you just can't look over Egan just because LaSalle's next.
I mean, if we look at Egan's record, they're 3-7. I mean, they beat Bonner and Ryan 1-0, so that was the first game.
That was a close game.
They beat Carroll, just lost 3-0 to LaSalle, lost 4-0 to Roman, then just lost 3-2 to Wood, who we beat 3-0, right? Was it 3-0? I want to say.
Yeah, I do believe so.
I think we're the clear favorites off of record.
Yeah.
And I think we're gonna win, but you can't just think. You have to go play hard. Score the first goal, and then get your hopes up. But
Agreed. And no new starters out there except for Michael Abrams. Abrams, the freshman, on the right wing. The freshman getting the start on varsity. He's made a really big impact in the past couple of games, and you really like to see that.
What do we change? So I guess what
Liam's out there.
Oh, who's not starting that usually does? Is it Dugan?
I believe so. Yeah, Dugan not in there here today. We will not see him. And now here's Landgraf, big kick downfield. And obviously we are going on approximate time here today. This one out of bounds. It'll go to Conwell-Egan on the throw-in. And, yeah, once again, approximate time here at Penn Park, as we do not have a actual clock. But we will hopefully get the time correct as against Abington on Saturday. We were not the time was a bit off, but nonetheless, here's the throw-in. And I heard Sal Carrillo gets it over for St. Joe's Prep. Now the double teams coming from Conwell-Egan, something you typically see from St. Joe's Prep. And now here comes Egan on the move, but the Prep coming in with their double teams of own. Egan trying to reset, and they're able to. But Michael Abrams in pursuit. So is Liam Waldron. Abrams not able to get a foot on the ball, but this one's just going to be kicked high and out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Prep, and a quick throw to Will Vogel, who will now get the ball. And now here comes the Prep moving upfield. Waldron has it. Now he's getting chased down. That being from Armstrong. And this one goes out, and it will be a goalie kick for Conwell-Egan. And Waldron not liking that one whatsoever, arguing with the official, but the Prep not going to get that win there.
So, Ryan, would you rather have Judge or Roman win, because Judge is right behind us.
Well, I mean,
And then I think even if we do win, wouldn't Roman beat us head to head, or does it go by goal differential?
well, I'm not necessarily sure, but what I do know is that the Prep, they were able to defeat Father Judge in overtime at the beginning of the season, and they, barely suffered a defeat to Roman. And they actually had to play a gauntlet of games last week, so definitely not a game that the Prep can't win. So I would say if you're the Prep, and honestly myself, I don't really think it matters. I think the Prep has a great chance against both of those teams.
Yeah, my point is, though, like, would you rather... Well, Judge is right behind us. I'm talking for the bye-wise.
Well, that makes sense. I guess,
So, like,
I guess you would say. I guess you would. If
would you rather have
I guess-
Roman win, who's ahead of us by 6, and we have one game left after this, or would you rather Judge,
Well, then I guess from a math perspective,
who's 3 points behind us?
I guess from a math perspective, you would want Roman to win, right?
Yeah,
I
if
would
you're
think
looking
so.
at it, because I don't think we'll catch them. Obviously,
Right. They have a
things have
high
happened,
lead.
but I think if Judge loses and we win, we automatically get the 2 seed as long as we beat LaSalle.
Right. I mean, that's got to happen. That's got to happen. But
starts tonight, though.
yeah, a bit of a.
We'll
foul.
just can't lose to LaSalle. Let me say that.
Yeah, there you go. Foul on Conwell-Egan there. The Prep will kick it away. And now here we go. Big kick downfield from Landgraf, and this one near the net, and it goes over the head, and I think it was touched there.
No touch,
No, it was
referee
not.
says.
Referee calls it off, and it will be a goalie kick here for Father Judge.
Incorrect. Not Father Judge.
Not Father Judge. We were just talking about Father Judge. I'm sorry, Conwell-Egan.
Hey,
We all make mistakes.
at least you said a soccer team. That's all.
That's true. At least I did say that, yeah. What are you going to do? But anyway, here's the goalie kick for Conwell-Egan, not Father Judge. And now here it is, a big kick downfield. This one near the middle. Hoffman times it really well. Barely tips off him, though, and he's going to try and just get it away, but he accidentally kicks it out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in here for Schmidt. And now, actually, no, Schmidt will not do the throw-in. It will instead be Delano, another freshman on varsity. So, seeing a lot of freshmen stepping up here for both teams. And now here comes Conwell-Egan starting to move the ball around. Katemi Comey ricochets off him. This one high in the air. And it goes near Franny Seaman, who's lightly running in on it. And now he grabs it to make the save for St. Joe's Prep. Franny going to deliver it over to Will Vogel. Vogel, one of those star defensive men here for St. Joe's Prep. And now he's just going to deliver a big kick downfield. Has Liam Waldron in front of him. This one not able to get to Waldron, but it will be knocked out. And it will be a throw-in for St. Joe's Prep.
Finally got the ball boy back.
Yes, we do have a ball boy back, and we mentioned how that can kind of hurt momentum of teams, not even just the Prep. But this one going out, it was going to be last touched by St. Joe's Prep. It'll be a goalie kick once again for Conwell-Egan.
Like to see the Prep's pressure, though. Can't complain with the pressure.
No, I mean the Prep, they've been one of the most aggressive teams all season. I'm currently writing a story on St. Joe's Prep soccer right now, and something I really emphasize is how gritty this team is. And now, very nice moves to get behind the defense, and here comes Conwell-Egan. Specifically, Tello doing a really nice job, and this one knocked out of bounds, last touch by the Prep. And Egan will now get the throw in.
Make sure to follow WSJP on YouTube and Instagram.
And that's a big thing. I mean, we're trying to get our Instagram coverage up right now, but I think, we got to look out for the next couple of days. Lots of broadcasts coming up. Obviously, we have 2 broadcasts coming on Friday, and we'll talk about that in just a few moments. As soon as maybe something calms down here, but that doesn't look like it's happening anytime soon. This one hit to Zoraficus, who gets knocked out of the way from Walsh, and now Conwell-Egan really bringing the pressure. This one high in the air, and Dom Qualit trying to make a play on the ball, but this one knocked away by Held. Hoffman gets a head tap, and this one once again knocked away by Walsh. High in the air, Powers hits it with his back, and now here comes Conwell-Egan, but the double team's coming in from St. Joe's Prep, and they knock it away, but here comes Egan once again behind the defense. Powers, Zoraficus not able to get a hand on it, and now here's the shot, and it goes in! It goes in! Conwell-Egan gets the first goal of the game. And something that we have not seen this year, LJ, a team getting behind the Prep's defense like that to score.
It was just too easy.
Yeah, I mean,
Just dribbled through everyone.
yeah, I mean that was a really nice move there by Walsh, the goal scorer, a junior for this team. And now the Prep, they're gonna have to get back into it here. As now this one over to Comey, back to Waldron. And then Waldron has this one taken away. Carrillo trying to run in and make a play on the ball, but he is going to commit a foul. And a rough start for the Hawks, but there is plenty of time. There's only 6 minutes remaining.
You think, Ryan?
Well, I mean, yeah. Sometimes you gotta point out the obvious.
Good thing tomorrow we have late start.
That is true. Very nice late start tomorrow after after a game that'll probably go for a little bit. Love to see it. And now Egan, once again, trying to get through the Preps defense here with Sal Carrillo. Trying to make a play on the ball, and Will Powers coming out from the middle. Abrams can't get a foot on it. And now Egan able to move it across the field. Look at the speed from them. Here's DeLone. And now, very nice move from Hoffman to knock it away. He's going to get pushed around, and it goes out. Last touch by Hoffman. Throw in here for Egan. Actually, no, it should be a throw in for St. Joe's Prep. Last touch by Egan. And Hoffman gets this into Carrillo. Carrillo trying to make some moves, and he is able to get it back to Zarafikis. Over to Landgraf, who delivers to Franny. And now Franny Seaman, big kick downfield. Abrams is there. But this one is head tapped in the air. Here's Timmy Comey. Now Comey gets a pass midfield. Waldron in pursuit, but Egan going to knock this one back. Comey able to keep the pressure forward. Carrillo gets over to Qualit. And now Qualit's got Egan on a bit of a backpedal, but they knock it high in the air. Landgraf able to time it right. Comey able to as well. Here comes the Prep making Egan back up. Waldron has to make a play in the middle. It's knocked in the air once again. Abrams trying to chase it down, and this one could go out for a possible corner kick. Abrams knocked down hard, and that's going to be a foul.
Nice work there from the whole team, not just Abrams, but everyone.
Indeed, and now, as I just mentioned, it'll be a free kick here for St. Joe's Prep. And Dom Qualit will do the honors of, basically a corner kick. This is. And now let's see if the Prep can knock this one in and tie this one up here early. Dom Qualit delivers this kick a bit short. This one looks to go out. And Qualit will actually just keep it in. So the Prep going to try and continue the pressure here. Qualit going to keep things moving forward. Bit of extension of the arm, no call. Egan sure wanted that one. Qualit getting by everyone. Try to get it to Zarafikis, who's behind the defense, and an offsides call on St. Joe's Prep. And now Egan, they will get a free kick. It'll be held to do the honors. And now, here it is. And Egan not going to really knock this one downfield. Going to try and break the Prep through all phases of the defense. And they are getting by here once again. And now another shot. This one going to go out. Or no, it's actually not going to go out. Vogel saves it. It was a very nice shot again by Walsh. Vogel knocks it high in the air, and now Egan has it in possession, but they're going to be able to get it back. Abrams in pursuit. Very nice effort from the freshman so far. Looks like Brendan White getting ready to come in for St. Joe's Prep. This one goes out. It'll be a throw-in. And, yeah, here come the subs. And Brendan White comes in for Abrams. And Brendan White, a larger frame, has really stepped up in the last couple of games. We've seen his impact, and he has played very well for St. Joe's Prep. And it'll be a throw-in here for Conwell-Egan. As the subs come in, here is the big throw. And it looks like it was last touched by Conwell-Egan. Yes, it was. It'll go out, and it'll be a goalie kick for Franny. And Franny going to hustle to get it down. And he's going to deliver it to Zarafikis. And now over to Landgraf. Over to Powers. Conwell-Egan maybe scouting out the Preps plan here. And yeah, they did. They said the Prep were going to go over top, and that's what they did. Waldron gets knocked down. Another foul there on Egan. It'll be another free kick for the Hawks.
Updating Max Preps real quick for the score.
Yeah, you're a man for 'em with others, LJ.
I think if people were to go on Max Preps for soccer, it would probably be the Judge Ryan, or Judge, what's it called? Judge Roman. But
you want to probably keep it right here on WSJP to get all the best coverage. Just one high in the air by Waldron, so be caught. And now Egan, good job to stop the prep. And this one high in the air. Looks like it's going past midfield. It wills. Orafikis has it time, but he head taps it back over to Powers. Towers taps it front. Nice job from Carrillo to knock it back. And this one, once it gets behind the second line of defenses for Egan. And now Brendan White. Or I'm sorry, that's actually Hoffman, who very nice reactionary time. And now here's Comey, gets it behind the defense. Liam Waldron, look at the hustle from him. So is Brendan White. Dom Quality is there. Waldron gets it to the middle, and it just goes left. But a good take from St. Joe's Prep. And that's what you want to see if you are the Hawks, to try and tie this one up once again. And as I mentioned, Egan going to get the goalie kick, but it was a very good take from Liam Waldron to get behind the defense. And the Prep's pressure once again, Brendan White being the main culprit of that. This one might sail out of bounds. It's going to stay in for now, but it goes out. The Prep able to force a turnover for Egan, and now they're right back on it. This one kicked out again by Conwell-Egan. It'll be another throw in here for the Prep. And now Vogel has it. Vogel, very nice moves to get it away from the triple team going on. It once again is knocked out, and it will go to Egan this time on the throw-in. And here is the throw-in once again. This one goes to Landgraf. Landgraf kicks this one high in the air. Brendan White going to let it sail, but now the Prep once again going to try and get behind the Egan defense. Over to Carrillo. Carrillo trying to find somebody at midfield, but he just gets it back instead. Over to Landgraf. Landgraf try to get near the sideline. It stays in bounds, actually. And on this opposite side, it's kind of hard to see, but Conwell-Egan, it looks like they're the ones who are coming out with the ball to get it over to the Prep side of the field, and now they're going to force the Prep to move back, and now Dom Quality going to have to make up here some ground, and this one stays in. Hoffman, it ricochets off him, so Rafka's going to let it go. Comey, one-on-one. Carrillo, same thing for him. And now this one to Crillo, not Carrillo, Crillo for Egan. And now here's Curry. Curry gets knocked down, but it stays with the Prep. Quality not able to make a play. Man down for Egan. Official's not going to blow the whistle yet. And yeah,
He
now
didn't even get touched.
And well, I mean, nonetheless, he is down. And we will stop the clock there. And it looks like he's just a bit shaken up. I believe that was Crillo for Conwell-Egan, or it might have been actually no, I'm sorry, it was Curry. But nonetheless, the Prep they will be able to continue here. They do have possession of the ball. And Franny wants the ball back from the officials, and he does get it. And now this one over to Landgraf. And now the Prep going to deliver a big kick upfield. And knocked out of bounds there by Conwell-Egan. And now the Prep once again with another opportunity here. This one into Landgraf. He kicks it a bit too far out in front of him. And now here comes Conwell-Egan in transition. But look at Timmy Comey coming from behind. Able to knock it away momentarily, but it's recovered there by Walsh, who has the goal today. And now here we go. This one kicked to near midfield. Brendan White trying to make a play on the ball, but was not able to. Carrillo, the next line of defense for St. Joe's Prep. They are able to get it by him, and it's knocked away. Good defense there from the Hawks, but Egan going to keep it on the Prep side of the field. Big kick to the middle of the field. That's a very nice one, but it's going to be knocked out right. Franny running towards it. It's not going to go out of bounds, but Franny is going to be able to keep it in. He's going to have to deliver a big kick upfield right now. Brendan White closest to it. Brendan White going to continue to go. Here he goes. And he gets knocked down there. Looks like he just kind of tripped on the turf here at Penn Park. Your Sal Carrillo, though, able to get a takeaway. Carrillo double team now, and he's good job to stay on his feet. And now Landgraf getting through the defense. Here's the Qualit. Qualit gets knocked down, and they're going to call that one as he got tripped a bit. And looks like he kind of fell on his lower back.
Fell on his butt.
And yeah, he is down. It might have been his tailbone. It looks like his tailbone, and he is down. That is not good if you are Dom Qualit.
I think it happens to me here and there. It hurts for a good minute, and it hurts to walk on.
Right. Yeah, I've had a few tailbone injuries.
It's usually just like it didn't look like a hard fall at all.
Right. It's just
It's
a
usually
tailbone.
just it hurt. It's a stinger for a couple minutes.
Right. Right. I
Which is
understand,
what you
yeah.
hope if you're the prep.
I understand. I got you. But yeah, Dom Quala, he's still down. So we'll take a break on WSJP. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Back on WSJP for continuous coverage of St. Joe's Prep versus Conwell-Egan. Dom Quala walking off on his own power, so that is good, something to see. But Conwell-Egan's trainer, going to take a look at him. Hopefully we see him back in, but more importantly, we hope he's okay just in general. And this one over to Powers, now to Zoraphicus. Lots of speaking coming from the Conwell-Egan bench, and now Powers gets it upfield. Joseph is there, but it's a little bit behind him. Hoffman running in pursuit. Egan going to take this one now. Here comes Joseph, and Egan just going to let it roll. More specifically, Crillo will let it roll. It'll be a goalie kick for Egan. And now Ethan Smith going to come in. One of the captains comes out for Henry Landgraf. And now Egan will get the goalie kick. And you saw when Quala came out there, the prep, they had a little bit of a huddle at midfield, and it looked like Franny Seaman was trying to get the guys back into this one. And this one high in the air. Vogel trying to box out here, and he is able to, but Egan, very nice hustle to get to the ball and not let the prep have their way. Vogel just going to kick it out and away. It'll be a throw in there for Egan. And now it'll be a throw in. Brendan White going to try and bait. And they will throw it in, but the prep, they get the turnover. And now Waldron gets knocked down. And that's about the third foul on Conwell-Egan today. Or it might be the fourth, I believe. And now they give a yellow card, I believe. Yes, they do. That's been the fourth foul on Egan today. Curry going to have to come out for 5 minutes.
Yeah, like you said, can't have 4 fouls and then expect none of them to be yellow, especially in the time of 17 minutes. That just can't happen.
Right. So, yeah, Curry comes out. It'll be Murphy, the freshman, coming in. And more freshmen here to show for Conwell-Egan. They have a few freshmen on varsity. I believe they have 2 or 3. Yeah, 3. Actually, 4 if I'm counting correctly, yeah. Smith gets it back to Zoraphicus. Trying to find somebody downfield, and he's going to look for Waldron, but this one knocked in the air. Comey knocks it forward, and it gets behind the defense, but right there is DeLone, and now this one towards the sideline, and this is the forbidden sideline for WSJP. It's hard to see, obviously, with that big speaker in the way, but we're going to try and continue to give you the coverage, and now this one being knocked around, and DeLone once again gets it away from the Preps offense, and that's Egan. But Egan's been doing a great job of today. Comey almost got it behind the defense. Zoraphicus, first Prep player to it, knocks it around. Zoraphicus is there. No foul call from the official. Zoraphicus gets it to midfield over to Brendan White, and that's going to be an offsides call on Brendan. That is 2 offsides calls on St. Joe's Prep. Noah Popkin ready to come in for the Hawks. And now this one gets to Sal Carrillo, and now hit to midfield, but it's going to be taken away from Armstrong. And this one in the air again. Comey kind of got lost in the shuffle there. Joseph in pursuit. They don't knock it his way, and they get it behind Carrillo and Hoffman. The Prep going to have to get on the back pedal here. And now Walsh, look at the speed from him. Really nice moves getting behind everyone. And Walsh, he does run into a sea of defenders. but he gets it back here on the side. No one in the middle for Egan, so they weren't able to get it there. And they are still going through the Prep's defense. Here they go, and a very nice job there from Powers to knock it away. That looked like a handball. No call. Smith gets it a little in front of Joseph in the takeaway. Very nice communication there from Conwell-Egan. And here they go once again behind the Prep's defense. This one going to be hit to Franny after it ricocheted off Carrillo. Now the Prep going to try and get an offensive stand here. Franny picks it up. They're not going to kick it downfield. He's probably going to deliver it over to Vogel. And now he's going to fake it there. And he's actually just going to deliver a big kick here in a moment. It's going to be all the way downfield. Franny Seaman. Try to get it to White. It bounces off the face of, I believe that was Armstrong. And now Zarafakis gets it back after the pass from Hoffman. Zarafakis gets it over to Powers. Great communication from Conwell-Egan, but the Prep going to try and keep it in their possession. Vogel had to slide tackle to keep it in, but it was not enough as it goes out. It'll be another throw in here for Conwell-Egan. There's the throw in. This one is being knocked around, and it is knocked out, or actually now kept in there by Egan, but they get it to the last line of defense. It'll just be knocked back. Pop and Landgraf getting ready to come back in for St. Joe's Prep. This one knocked over to DeLone. And now this one out on the Prep. And now back after it. A bit of a camera issue, but we do fix it for you. The Prep playing a 3-back now, and they have Dom Qualit back in, so that is great. And now Qualit going to call for the ball, and he's parallel with the defense. Qualit getting behind them, and it's going to sail, but it gets to the middle, and missed there from Pop. This one, a shot, goal! St. Joe's Prep! Liam Waldron scores!
Needed that. Big
And they
goal.
tie it up. And that is what you wanted to see. Dom Qualit comes right back in, and the Prep are able to get on the board, LJ.
I mean, it's proof that he's a game changer. What can I say?
And the Prep, they needed him. That was a great call from Dom Qualit. I saw, off the corner of my eye, he called for the ball from Zarafakis. And give credit to him, who delivered an incredible pass over to Qualit. And then it was knocked over to Waldron. I think Qualit was originally trying to get to Noah Pop, but he got it to Waldron instead, who scored. And now this one gets hit to Comey, and now the Prep, they seem like they're back in at Waldron once again. And the Prep, they want to cool it down, but it gets it to the middle of the field over to Qualit. Qualit gets it to Ethan Smith. Shot from him, it's saved. And the Prep, another shot on goal for the Prep, and that's what you wanted to see.
Now the momentum, just got to keep it. That's it.
Indeed, is Waldron. Waldron, that makes it his 4th goal on the season. And there are a lot of guys who have 4 goals on the season for St. Joe's Prep. This one over to Carrillo.
What, like 6 or 7? Like
Okay.
6 or 7 people.
Okay. You actually see. I understand the joke, but you
I
actually
think
might
I'm
be-
close.
you
I think
actually-
it's like literally
yes,
either
you
6
are
or 7
close, but
people.
Here we go, back to the game. Qualit gets it. He didn't have anybody in the middle, so he just attempted a shot, but it was saved. And you were just off, LJ. It's 5 people that have 4 goals on the season.
Close.
Yeah, you were very close. But anyway, knocked out. Back to this game.
Maybe
Knocked
that'll
out.
change.
Yeah, it
Hopefully
could
that'll change.
I mean, yeah, it could change. Who has 3? Hardy has 3 goals on the year.
Smith. Or does he have 4? Ryan Smith, does he have 4?
Ryan Smith, he has 2.
I thought he had a hat trick against Newman.
I believe he had 2.
Okay.
But anyway, nonetheless, this one in the air. Ethan Smith now trying to make a play on the ball. That was out on Egan. Yes, it was. And now here's the throw in. Here's Evan Hoffman to get it in. Gets it to Noah Pop. Pop hits it high in the air. That could I don't know if I heard a hand.
I heard
there.
it too. I think
Yeah,
it was.
yeah.
Yeah, you got kicked, but it was unintentional.
Right. And now here is Powers. Now Zaraficus. Powers once again. Powers to Vogel. And now the prep gonna have to move this one back as Egan had this one with a lot of pressure. Qualit trying to get parallel so there's no problems. And great job from Noah Pop as it ricochets. And this one is going to go out. It'll be a goalie kick, but not before we see the guys go down. And we'll stop the clock here. Just unfortunate. Lots of guys going down. Pop is down. So is the goalie from Conwell-Egan. And we'll go to a break here on WSJP. Hopefully everyone's okay. We'll be right back. Back here on WSJP, and we continue here with about 16:29 remaining. Both Noah Pop and the goalie Mamet get back up on their own, power. And now back at it once again. Hoffman has it past him, and now this beautiful kick to the middle of the field. That being from Conwell-Egan, and the prep offsides once again, and Qualit called for the offsides, and
I don't think he was.
I was just about to say, I don't know, that one was a bit ticky-tacky, but the prep, they've been called offsides a few times today. There's no reason to believe that, the referees wouldn't try to call it again, right?
Yeah.
And now this one to the middle of the field. Powers gets low to head tap it, but this one in the air, and Vogel knocks it right to the middle of the field. Comey, though, does a nice job to take it away. Doesn't have nobody in front of him, and he gets it over to Hoffman. Hoffman fakes the kick a couple times, and he delivers it near to midfield, but this one knocked right back from Egan, and now here comes Correa. And now this one over to Walsh. He has the goal today. This one over the net, and it didn't go into the field goal. It was just a bit short, LJ.
Went over the net, though.
It did go over the net.
So, extra point is good. It almost went the field goal.
It did. Vogel comes in for Noah
Pop.
And now Franny Seaman to deliver a kick.
Good to see that Pop is,
moving around. They probably just want to get him a bit of a break, and obviously he's been working in this game. Whether he went down or not, here comes Dom Qualit. Look at the speed from him upfield, but he gets it taken away. Carrillo takes it away, and now Walsh once again, he has the speed, and we've seen that thus far. This one a kick to midfield. Powers knocks it away momentarily. Sal Carrillo, though, comes flying in. And a very nice passing from Conwell-Egan. And this one ricocheted off of a bunch of guys, and it will stay with Egan. Johnston knocks it back. Landgraf not able to get it, but then Johnston hits it high in the air near Vogel. And beautiful kick from Vogel to knock it away. Landgraf box out. And definitely no foul, as he made a really nice play to just box out there. And once again, Landgraf with the aggression. It's backing Conwell-Egan up. And the triple team almost came in, but it did not. And now Egan keeps it on the side of St. Joe's Prep. Carrillo once again. And there are about 4 guys in that corner for the Hawks. Egan guys calling for it. They're going to cross field. They keep it in the middle, and now they knock it back, and a ricochet off of Carrillo. And now the prep going to get Egan on a back pedal, but just a big kick downfield, and probably the right decision from Castillo. And now this one goes right into the hands of Franny Seaman. Coach McIntyre barking out orders, and now Zaraficus gets it over to Hoffman. I'm sorry, to Timmy Comey, over to Dom Qualit. And now the prep trying to continue the pressure, but Qualit has other plans, and now Zaraficus over to Powers. Powers to Zaraficus. And now to Hoffman. Hoffman, very nice pass over to Dom Qualit, and this ball almost came flying into my face.
Waiting for it
as
to
it
hit
goes
the
out of
camera.
bounds. Yeah, that
I was
ball,
waiting for the camera to fall.
that wouldn't have been good, but it is in for the prep, and now Hoffman throws it in. The Quality, very nice moves to get past everyone. It's a bit of an extension of the arm there. But held, I believe he knocked that out of bounds. He tried to say it was on them, and
he pushed Smith and then wanted the ball.
Well, nonetheless, it is going to be a throw in here for St. Joe's Prep. Here's Hoffman.
This corner angle is so hard to get.
Yeah, I know. With the speaker,
it has to be perfect.
Right, the speaker is it's the forbidden speaker, we call it here on WSJP. But nonetheless, this one gets over to Powers. Powers down to Zoraficus. And now he delivers a big kick off field. I don't think Qualit's offside. He is not, and he has it in the corner once again. Can't really see it here, and Qualit has it near the corner once again. And it's knocked out, and I think they're going to
call the foul.
I think they're going to call the foul here.
Do.
And they will. Another foul on Conwell-Egan. I believe that's their 5th of the day. And now it'll be a free kick here for St. Joe's Prep. Qualit is down. I believe he's just tying his shoe, and that's good to see.
Good sportsmanship.
Yeah, they were able to pick him up, and you'd love to see that.
Krillo?
Yes.
Krillo, not Krillo.
Yeah,
Krillo.
I mean, you got Kurillo and then you got Krillo, so it's a bit tough to differentiate. But nonetheless, it'll be Comey to do the free kick. And speaking of Comey, Michael Comey, Ryan Smith coming ready to get in for the prep. And now the prep trying to set up here. Their offense possibly get back in front, and this one over the heads of everyone. It's head tapped, and it's head tapped out, but it will be a corner kick for the Hawks. That was a nice head tap there. I don't know if it was Ethan Smith or not who got it.
It was either him or Ethan.
Yeah, I couldn't necessarily see. It's a crowded there. And we see now we get LJ's head on the broadcast. They finally see what you look like, LJ. But now this one from Comey once again, and it's knocked in. It is knocked in. Athens Zoraficus gets his first goal of the season, and the Prep have taken the lead.
There you go, Ryan. We got the lead.
Athens Zoraficus, his first goal of the year, and it's uncommon that the defensive guy gets a goal.
1-0 Roman. Roman goes up 1-0 over Father Judge.
So that is obviously, I'm sure the viewers definitely want to know about that game because it has big implications of where the Prep will be when the season is all said and done next Monday. And we'll have that game, the final game of the season, against Lansdale Catholic for you on WSJP. So Michael Comey, Ryan Smith in, and they are bringing the energy to start. The Prep have retaken the lead. Zoraficus, who just had the goal, knocked it to midfield. And now this one over to Carrillo, now to midfield to Correa, and he's just going to knock it back. The Prep's defense going to force him to do so. And now Noah Pop getting ready to come back in. The Prep with the constant substitutions.
Got to keep everyone fresh.
Yep. Indeed. As Landgraf gets a bit off balance. I'm sorry, Hoffman got a bit off balance, but he stayed on his feet. And now Egan going to try and move this one towards the corner. And now this one, the Walsh, who has been getting by the Prep's defense a lot today. And he knocks down Zoraficus. Going to be a foul call. And that is the 6th foul on Conwell-Egan with 30 minutes time down.
Don't want to pick up their 7th.
Nope. Don't want to pick up your 6th. Yeah, indeed, LJ. And now Hoffman deliver the free kick here for St. Joe's Prep. Hoffman has this one high in the air. Comey trying to figure out who's going to be there to get ahead on the ball. It's going to be Landgraf, and he gets knocked down.
There's their 7th.
It is going to be their 7th foul again.
They went from 6 to 7.
Yep. Yeah, they did, LJ. Yeah, the 7th foul on Conwell-Egan today, and it has given the Prep countless opportunities. And Landgraf going to get this one over to Powers. Powers over to Vogel. Back to Powers again, but Egan is going to continue with the pressure. Powers is just going to get it over to Franny, who's going to deliver a big kick downfield. Michael Comey is there, but now Carrillo has it. Comey is parallel, even a bit behind the defense. And he hits this one in the air, boxes out. Qualit now is there. And Qualit was thinking about getting it to Michael Comey, but just delivered it to Carrillo instead. Landgraf has a man on his back. That one was Correa, but he has it knocked away. And now Hoffman has a man in front of him, and it's ricocheted off of Hoffman's arm, and Carrillo gets it over to Landgraf, delivers a big kick upfield. Ryan Smith is there, and he mistimed just a bit. This one knocked away from Schmidt, and Franny is going to be there to scoop it up for the Prep, and just under approximately 9 minutes remaining. Here's Powers. And now Zorafikis. Zorafikis gets it over to Powers. Powers downfield. And Ryan Smith lets Carrillo take it, but it's just taken away from Curry. And now the double team in for St. Joe's Prep. We've seen them do that so well this year. But they are getting it knocked behind their defense. And now Egan getting the Prep a bit on a back pedal here. Over to Walsh. She's gotten behind the defense very nicely today. And they try to deliver a kick to downfield. Zorafikis once again making a play, getting it out. Well, the Prep going to have to make an effort to get it on the Conwell-Egan side of the field. And this one knocked off of Armstrong a couple times. Michael Comey not able to knock it into the possession of St. Joe's Prep. Vogel comes sliding in and knocks it out of bounds. So the Prep going to be able to reset and maybe take a bit of a breather here, as Conwell-Egan's pressure has been mounting so far.
I need a breather from standing off my back.
Yeah, I mean, that can get to you. And a nice box out there from Walsh. And he tries, and he does actually get it over to Carrillo. And now this one on the side, this one to midfield. Franny is right there to make the catch. That's what you want to see if you're St. Joe's Prep. Franny Seaman hasn't given up many PCL goals this year. He's only given up 3, I believe, off the top of my head. And now this one over to Qualit. Now to Carrillo. Had a man behind him, and he gets it away. Comey is knocked down. No foul call. And now Curry.
Green.
And this one knocked downfield by Vogel. Michael Comey chasing it, and it's going to go out. It'll go out on St. Joe's Prep. It'll be a throw-in for Conwell-Egan, but the Prep, they're going to continue the forward pressure, make Conwell-Egan feel it a little bit. Qualit going to push up. And now Conwell-Egan able to get it past the first line of defense, and now they get it past midfield. Here they come. Here's Carrillo, gets it back, and now Comey able to get a foot on it, and he gets knocked down. And he got all ball. Qualit behind the defense. Here he comes. Not really one-on-one. He gets it to midfield. Here it is. Ryan Smith gets knocked down. And they call the foul to be a penalty kick for Ryan Smith.
There you go if you're the Prep.
And that's what you needed if you're St. Joe's Prep. Ryan Smith with a penalty kick opportunity to put the Prep up by 2 goals. Conwell-Egan, they don't like the foul call at all.
I believe Comey's on it, right? So I assume Timmy, not Mike.
Yeah, Timmy Comey is on.
Looks like other
and now
Comey's limping.
Yeah, Michael Comey limping off the field. And now Michael Comey, hopefully he's okay. And now Timmy Comey to do the penalty shot for St. Joe's Prep. Here he is. Timmy Comey, shot. It's saved! Another shot. It's saved, and it goes in!
Hey, made up for the
Timmy Comey scores for the Prep. And it is 3-1.
There's his 4th on the year, so no, we have 6.
That's his 5th on the year.
It is?
Yes, that is
Ooh.
his 5th on the year.
His first non-penalty goal.
I want to say you're right, actually.
Let's think. He had one against Council Rock North.
Cardinal O'Hara.
O'Hara.
O'Hara, that was not a penalty.
It was a penalty.
It was a penalty kick. I was there and you weren't. How do I not remember that?
I was watching.
Bonner, that was not a penalty kick.
Wasn't?
I don't believe so.
I think it. I don't think it was.
We'll have to go back. Maybe some very nice WSJP fan will go over and do it for us.
Anthony Sorgi.
Oh, Anthony Sorgi. Well, you love to see that. Sorgi. And that might be a handball on Smith, but
they call it.
Now they're going to call it very late.
Shout out Anthony Sorgi.
Shout out. Probably listening in. They love to hear that. You would love to see that as you do. If you do want to stay at the St. Joseph's Prep Sports, make sure you subscribe if you like what you're seeing, and we'll have soccer for you on Friday versus LaSalle while simultaneously broadcasting the football game versus Roman Catholic. Both broadcasts on at one time. If you have two TVs, then I guess you're putting it on there. If you have an iPad, a TV, a phone,
Computer.
anything like that, you can watch both broadcasts at one time if you want to stay up to date with everything St. Joe's Prep Sports. Make sure you stay tuned as well into our X and Instagram accounts.
Or just
at
come
SJ
to Penn Park and.
Oh yeah, you could just come in to watch, but make sure you stay tuned in at SJP Broadcasting. And it's gonna be an offsides on
Foul.
or a foul actually. I do apologize. That's their 8th of the game.
8th and a half.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. So yeah, 8th of the half as LJ has said, and it will be a free kick for the Prep, but Franny is just gonna get it away quickly. This one over to Comey. Comey spin move. Woo!
Hit him with the spin move.
And now Franny knocks it upfield to Comey once again. Timmy knocks it back over to Zoraficus, but the pressure's coming in. Can't hit the fancy moves, but you got to get past the offense. And now over to Carrillo. Carrillo gets it over to Vogel. Vogel getting it upfield, and now here come the Prep in transition. No pop calling for it. Vogel might wait to deliver it to him, and he just gets it to the side instead. And now they get it to midfield. Here it is behind the defense. Landgraf slides in. It's saved by Mama.
Ooh, he gets a yellow for that?
And
He was going
they
for the
give
ball.
Landgraf a yellow card, as you just mentioned there. Oh, Vogel.
Vogel.
So I just got that. Yeah, that's my bad there. Vogel had that. Actually, Landgraf's getting ready to come back in, so that was my fault. But Vogel gets a yellow card, and he's gonna have to come out for 5 minutes, and he'll miss the rest of the half.
I did not think that it was a card just because
From a distance.
I think he got the ball.
Yeah.
And then when the keeper saved it, he got a little bit of him. And I don't think he obviously would willingly try to just cleat the keeper for no reason.
From a distance, Vogel looks like Landgraf. I think I'm right in that assessment. They both wear 20s. And Vogel's still pleading his case on the side to Coach McIntyre, but I think Coach
Chris
understands.
Bryan trolling.
Uh,
Good hustle, but you got to be
Smarter.
smarter.
Nonetheless, it'll be a free kick for
Vogel's
Conwell-Egan.
still pleading his case.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think, you sat up here in the booth that, you think he was right, so I couldn't necessarily blame him. But anyway, Landgraf and Jack Joseph come back in for the Prep. And now Coach McIntyre wants his guys to keep pressuring the ball, and they are doing it well. Carrillo knocks it in the air, keeps it in bounds. Now he goes out. And just over 3 minutes remaining, approximately. And now this one goes off the head of Noah Pop, and I don't know if it hit anybody here on this Prep sideline.
Hit Cosgrove.
Ah.
He looks okay, though.
Yeah, Ethan's good. Ethan's a tough guy. And now Curry knocking this one in the air. Joseph holding a bit of the jersey there, and yeah, now they're going to call the foul. And now it'll be a free kick here for Conwell-Egan. Just over 2 minutes remaining, so the Prep, they can get to the break here with a 2-goal lead over Conwell-Egan. And now we get a nice shot here in the middle of the field. As this one is high in the air. Walsh trying to tap it back, but he just taps it right over to Franny. Good effort, but Franny Seaman delivers a big throw over to Hoffman. Hoffman gets it to Pop on the side. He's getting pressured. No foul. Here's Carrillo, and now they're going to call the foul on the Prep. They said Carrillo got the jersey.
No, they said that he used his hip,
No,
which I don't get.
Well, he started pulling his shirt, so I thought that would have meant jersey.
He pointed to his hip like he was saying that he just used his hip, which I don't get.
And then he started pulling his. I don't know. Regardless, it was a foul.
It was a foul,
Carrillo, yeah. But anyway, Powers knocks this out, and it actually doesn't knock it out. He just knocks it out of the box, and now Conwell-Egan trying to get this one back to the middle of the field. The Prep's defense really making them suffer. Also, Abrams is in there. I failed to mention that earlier. And now this one over to Held, one of the captains here on Conwell-Egan. Nice pass over from Carrillo. This one behind the defense, and now Egan with an opportunity. Behind the defense again, but the Prep able to get back. Carrillo knocks it out, but it will be a corner kick opportunity for Conwell-Egan.
From the Egan player, instead of cutting to his outside, you should cut to your inside, because I think any maybe one defender was in the inside, but you have a shot, cut to your outside, everyone's already back in the middle, and you still have your defender there with you, with backup coming.
Right. But nonetheless, it will be a corner kick opportunity, and now.
Good work by Egan, though.
No, very good work. They've been able to get inside, and they've gotten a goal from it. But now this one kicked to midfield. It's knocked around. An opportunity here for Egan Freddy's in there to make the save. And now this one very fast roll over to Will Power. I'm sorry, Landgraf. Sorry. And now so Rafkus over to Comey, and we have just under 10 seconds remaining. There might be a bit more time on the officials' clock. So we'll just keep it going here on WSJP as the half starts to conclude. Very nice pass from Carrillo. I was actually right on the dot. So we will now go to a halftime. Oh, wait, no. That was just our buzzer. We'll just say it was around more like 2 minutes remaining. And there's a slide tackle, and that's going to be a foul.
Never mind, there's halftime.
And yeah, that is halftime. So I kind of was there.
7 seconds.
But nonetheless, we will go to halftime here on WSJP, the prep lead.
I think it was like, what? Was it like 6 or 7 seconds?
Thanks, LJ. We'll go to a halftime break here on WSJP. No Hawk Talk at the half. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. back on WSJP for second half coverage of Conwell-Egan versus St. Joe's Prep. And now the Prep, they lead 3-1 over Conwell-Egan. After it was a bit of a scare for the Prep in the first couple of minutes. Conwell-Egan was able to get an early goal, but the Prep were able to respond with 3 of their own. LJ, what did you see from the Prep in this first half, and how can they maintain this lead?
I mean, besides the start of the game, didn't really play very well. Came back and made up for it. Already fell on us, but besides this game, Romans up 2-0 over Father Judge.
Yeah, obviously, as I mentioned earlier, big implications for where the Prep will stand. If it keeps going, the Prep will either get the 2 or the 3 seed. The 2 will get them a first-round bye in the playoffs. So that's obviously something to look forward to as this one hit high in the air. I don't know if you can hear the train behind us, but it's definitely making some noise. But now Conwell-Egan keeping this one on the side of the Hawks. And this one
faked out himself.
Lost. Yeah, Carrillo almost, well, didn't really fake out Carrillo, and now some pushing and shoving going on. No call from the officials. I mean, you can't really hear the whistle, even if they do call it. But here we go.
There we go.
Now Quallet trying to not get it away, but he has it taken away from Held, or by Held, I should say. And now here's Walsh. Aggressive defense from Zoraficus, and it does work as this one is going to be knocked away by Will Powers. This one in the air, Waldron not able to time it right. And now Curry has it knocked away, but he gets it right back. And now one-on-one here with Carrillo, and it's knocked to Vogel, but then it ricochets off of him and gets to Castillo. Castillo taking it up the side. Fakes out once again. Ethan Smith is there. The double team came in, and it ended up working momentarily. No foul call.
They wanted a handball call, but I think that he had his arm tucked in.
And ricocheting off of Conwell-Egan players, and it will be a goalie kick for Franny Seaman. A good defensive stand there for St. Joe's Prep. And that's what you want to see from the Prep early, but Egan, they're bringing the pressure here. Not even 2 minutes in. And now Zoraficus gets to the sideline. And now the Prep not able to maintain it, but Timmy Comey gets it over to Quallet, and it goes out and through Quallet's legs, out of bounds.
For Prep throw.
No, yeah, now they're going to say it was last touch by Egan. It originally was called as a St. Joe's Prep out of bounds, and now Will Powers comes flying in to knock it away, and Ethan Smith getting behind the defense. Ethan Smith one-on-one, but the defenders for Conwell-Egan are there. Smith now definitely behind the defense. Here he comes, one man to beat. Ethan Smith, nice moves, but he has to take it away and kicked out. But right there is Zoraficus. And now Vogel on the sideline, and he gets pushed out. Vogel also going to tug the jersey. Last touch there by Castillo, and now they're going to say it was last touch by Vogel. So the referee's calling some of those, and this train just doesn't want to stop.
It's killing us.
Yeah, it is indeed, LJ.
I wonder what they have in it.
Maybe some cargo. Something like that.
Look at this, look at the graffiti on it. Wait, there's
No.
there's just like a SpongeBob one.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny. But now they're going to call a foul on Vogel for grabbing the jersey, so it's going to be a free kick. But it's going to go right into the chest of Will Powers, and Powers is going to knock it back to Franny as the pressure was incoming. Franny, big kick away. Quallet head taps it back, and now running in to kick it away.
Switch goalies.
Yeah, switch goalies, so that's going to be
Something to keep an eye on.
Paz Romero in for Conwell-Egan, but back on the other side of the field. Here's Walsh one-on-one, and knocked away there is Hoffman. Hoffman one-on-one again, and they get it past them. But it's too much for Walsh as Vogel came running in. Quallet now making some moves. Curry takes it away from him. Now it's on the sideline. And Quallet comes sliding in again. Last touch by him. It'll be a throw-in for Conwell-Egan.
Some tomfoolery on this Hawks sideline.
Yeah, I mean, guys, it's all just team chemistry there. You love to see it. As this one knocked in the middle of the field, but it's knocked in the air high by Timmy Comey. Comey with a goal here today. And now a bit of a pushing and shoving going around, and now they're going to call it on Henry Landgraf, so the officials getting a bit more bit more, you know,
I feel like
not non-lenient with the penalty calls.
I feel like the Eagle defender just grabbed his jersey there.
Yeah, but it's going to be called on Landgraf, so the prep going to maybe have to be a bit more careful here in this second half. And now it's going to be a free kick for Held, and Conwell-Egan going to set up to possibly score here. This one is a nice one to the middle of the field. Franny gets it, and now he's going to deliver a punt past midfield, and this is deep. I don't even know if Waldron expected it to be that deep as he hits the deck. Smith gets it to Carrillo, and he tried to get it to Waldron. And now this one's just going to be knocked back over to Paz Romero. And Waldron once again running in. It's going to have to be a big kick away, and this one behind everyone. Zarafakis the closest one to it, but Walsh is flying in. Hoffman knocks it in the air, and now it'll be last touched by Schmidt of Conwell-Egan. It'll be a throw-in for the Hawks. And now mistimed by Quallet as prep players are running in. This one gets back to midfield. And now the prep continuing with the pressure. Waldron and Carrillo, the first ones there. This one getting behind the first lines of defense, that being the offensive guys. The prep going to move it back. And they get their first line back as well. And this one kicked to midfield. And now one-on-one, Walsh, Powers. And it goes off of the body of Powers. No call. This one over the net. And it will be a goalie kick for Franny. Another defensive stand for St. Joe's Prep. And Franny just...
Still
Yeah,
goes
I mean, it
by.
is getting annoying. But anyway, here's Powers. After Franny delivered a kick to him, Vogel pressured in the corner. Nice kick to midfield over to Comey. Comey getting a call from Ethan Smith, and he finds him now, but the kick was a bit too behind him, and it's taken away by Johnston. And now this one over to Powers. Powers is Zarafakis. And now to Powers again. Powers try to get it to midfield, but once again the kick was a bit short. But Conwell-Egan guys running into each other. Waldron trying to cut off the kick to De Paz Romero, but it gets to him anyway. Waldron still with the pressure. And a kick to midfield. Guys are hitting the deck. And now here's Quallet trying to find guys in front of him. And Quallet gets moved out of the way, but he keeps it in his possession. Quallet still getting moved. And now the prep behind the defense. Quallet, here it is. This one ricocheted. And it's going to go out, but it'll be a goalie kick for St. Joe's Prep.
Corner kick for St. Joe's Prep.
Oh my goodness, I got so into it that I'm saying the wrong terminology.
Hey, at least we're calling it a goalie kick and not a free kick.
All right. That was my inexperience coming out in the beginning. But guess what? I'm experienced now. I know this prep team inside and out.
Be sure to tune in to WSJP on Friday. Roman at 7. And also LaSalle on 7. Me and Ryan will be on LaSalle. Anthony Sorgi
And Drew Brousseau.
Drew Brousseau are on the Roman football game.
Yes, that is true indeed. And for that, I believe that, I don't know if that's the first time in WS, it might be the first time with video in WSJP history we're doing 2 broadcasts at once, but I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. As now this one's going to be last touched by Egan, and once again the officials overturning their original call. Actually, no, it's going to be a foul on Egan. So once again the officials, I'm not sure if they're overturning it or Egan just jumped the gun a little too fast. But nonetheless, it's going to be a free kick here for the Hawks. Here's Sal Carrillo. He's going to do the honors. Here it is. Big kick near the middle of the field. It's a bit short from everyone. Landgraf trying to get it back, but this one high in the air. Vogel head taps it. And now this one behind the lines of the fence, but nobody there is from Conwell-Egan. And Powers gets it back, and he just delivers this one high into the night. This one to Carrillo. Curry is there to pick up the pieces. And now this one ricochets off of Landgraf. Ethan Smith running in, and there's the hustle you want to see from the Hawks. And a great job from Powers again in front of him. He hits the deck, and it's going to be a push on Walsh. Another foul on Conwell-Egan. They have been mounting thus far. It'll be a free kick for St. Joe's Prep once again, and they will once again stop Egan on their offensive opportunity. Powers takes the kick. Doesn't really know who to get it to. He's just going to get it back to Zoraficus.
Is that double-digit fouls on Egan?
I believe that's 8 or 9. I don't necessarily remember. Comey can't deliver the pass, and now Egan once again in transition, but a beautiful job from Zoraficus just to knock it out of bounds so the Prep can get it back, get their defenders back, that being Egan going to wait for it like it's a free kick, but it's going to be taken away. Beautiful play from Hoffman, I believe it was. And now getting it back to midfield. Actually, no. But anyway, nonetheless, here's Ethan Smith. And this one kicked in the middle of the field. I was right. It was Hoffman. Why did I second-guess myself? Here's Dom Qualit.
If you second-guess, you're going to be wrong.
You know what? That's good advice. Just not for soccer, or not just for WSJP soccer broadcast here.
For life.
Yeah, just for life.
Don't rethink things. Just do it, because you're going to regret it if you rethink it.
You get everything on WSJP. You even get inspirational quotes from LJ McKnight. But anyway, it was a big kick over to Franny Seaman, and now he rolls it to Vogel, who is turning on the Jets. Here he comes down the field, but Egan, they are in hot pursuit of him. And now Armstrong has it. This one, a nice pass over to Castillo. And now this one behind the defense. Here's Walsh. He's done really well today. We'll see if he can continue. And another nice pass over to Correa. This one to the side over to Schmidt. The Prep able to get their defenders back. Koala comes running in. And this one taken away by Hoffman. He's just boxing out. Beautiful play. Great communication. The Prep once again stopped the offensive stand for Conwell-Egan. Waldron getting knocked around just a bit. He has this one taken away. Landgraf, the first defender there. Comey gets in there, and Conwell-Egan wanted the foul, and they call it.
So, Ryan, if you're the Hawks, when do you think it's time to pull out all the starters? Because obviously you have Vogel has a yellow. Does Landgraf also have a yellow?
I don't believe
I think
so.
2 people do.
Yeah, I don't believe Landgraf has it, though. But anyway, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say it's time. I would say that right now, I don't think that necessarily would matter because of the fact that the Prep, this team is really deep. They have a lot of guys that, maybe don't necessarily score all the goals, but they have great role players and that bring a lot of energy. Everybody gives 100% effort 100% of the time.
My point is, though, biggest game of the season on Friday.
No,
you can't get a red.
I understand what you're trying to say, but I'm just talking about in terms of this game that you even if you would pull starters.
All right, I didn't mean starters. I'm talking about the people with the yellows because you don't want to risk them getting a red and then out for next game.
You should have told me.
Yeah, no, I corrected myself.
All right, there you go. But anyway, this one knocked out of bounds on Egan. Freemuth, Ryan Smith, Chris Bryan getting in for the first time today. So it's Freemuth and Abrams. Going to be Vogel, Ethan Smith. Looks like Liam Waldron and Henry Landgraf going to come out. So the Prep, they do get some of the guys we saw in the starting lineup out, kind of to maybe your point or
guess they were listening.
Unintentional point, LJ.
Yeah.
But anyway, throw it here for the Hawks.
How did 2 people come out, but 4 went on?
4 people came out.
No.
It was Vogel, Landgraf, Waldron.
Oh, Carilla's out on the sideline.
Yeah.
Okay.
And actually, no, Waldron's in there. I don't know what I'm talking about. But nonetheless, this one taken away.
I think we have
Waldron,
too many people.
I think Waldron just changed positions. That's my fault. But anyway, this one being moved around. Abrams takes it away. Beautiful kick upfield. And Chris Bryan, look at the speed from him. Here he comes. Egan trying to and Egan trying to get back. And Bryan tangles up a bit with Johnston. He's a little slow to get up, but he seems okay. Might have just landed on his tailbone. And this one knocked out of bounds. Chris Bryan getting into it early, making an impact, literally.
Funny that the fall was funny because Chris was running, and then he just got tangled into him, and then he just fell in a funny way.
Yeah, but we're glad everyone's okay.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway,
glad everyone's good.
Ryan Smith boxing out, very aggressive over there. Abrams trying to put his 2 cents in, and this one being knocked around. And great job from Powers. That one might have went out. It's hard to tell from this angle. Powers goes down, and the aggression still coming out. Who was it last touched by? Last touched by Egan. We get thrown for the Prep. And now Ryan Smith has this knocked around. A whistle blown from the officials. Foul on St. Joe's Prep. Egan, they sure like that one. And it'll be a free kick for Conwell-Egan.
So happy we have late start tomorrow.
That is true. I mean, this game is, well, this game started at 7, so, it's getting, I've been a bit of stoppages. I've had a couple injuries, unfortunately, some free kicks, and halftime and whatnot. So, it's been a longer game. But anyway, here's a big kick right to Dom Quallet. Quallet maintaining it, gets it to Freemuth. Freemuth just going to get it back. And if you're St. Joe's Prep, you got a 2-goal lead. I mean, there's not necessarily a reason to take many big risks, but there still is a lot of time left. We're not even halfway done the second half. And now Quallet misses that one, but it doesn't matter. It goes out on Conwell-Egan. And a throw-in for the Prep, but the pressure from Egan is mounting. Quallet goes down, but once again, no call from the officials. And now here comes Curry on the other end, and he swings it over to Castillo. Abrams just going to backpedal here as he waits for Waldron to come in, and he does. Powers keeps it in bounds, and he tries to get it off of Walsh, but Powers goes down again. He's taking a lot of shots in this game. The aggression really coming out from both teams. Freemuth gets it over to Chris Bryan. Bryan trying to get it past defenders, and he does. Here's Chris Bryan. Doesn't have the numbers, but he's going to keep on going, waiting for Waldron to come back. Bryan gets knocked out of the way. Waldron once again has Chris Bryan on the side. Other guys came in, and now the Prep trying to get it back here for the offensive stance. Here comes Chris Bryan behind the defense. He goes down, and there's the foul.
And I believe he's going to give out a yellow card.
Yeah, that is going to be a yellow card.
I thought it should have been a red.
Bit of an extension from the back. And Waldron, it seemed like he had something to say, but the official going to back him off. And let's see what the referee does here.
I think he's reaching for a yellow.
Yeah, let's see.
It has to be a card.
Yeah, I would think you're right. And yes, that is going to be a yellow card. So 5 minutes out. That going to be for Johnston,
captain. Or, no,
the class of 2026 defensive men. So it's not going to be a penalty kick. It will just be a free kick for St. Joe's Prep, but in a very, very favorable spot. And now incoming for Conwell-Egan is Murphy. And also coming out will be DeLone.
He's not coming out. The coach just corrected you.
Yeah, well, he was coming out. And then
well, he didn't mean to.
Yeah, I guess not. But nonetheless.
Perfect timing, some would say.
Yes, indeed. And now the referee going to back up the Conwell-Egan wall. And now Dom Quallet going to get this free kick, and we'll see if he can maybe perfectly place it into the net, or if he'll try to set up a play here for the Prep.
On this.
Well, let's see if he can get in there.
Is this not like almost the exact spot against the Judge game?
Yes, it kind of is similar. I was just about to mention that. Quallet. Here it is. Here's the free kick. It is saved by De Paz Romero. And he will now roll it. And Conwell-Egan get it onto the side of St. Joe's Prep. Franny thinking about it. Will Powers just going to make the decision for him, but Powers might have knocked it a little bit too far. And it'll just be a throw-in for Egan as his last touch there by Powers. Just over 22 minutes remaining approximately. Might be a little bit time left, so you know what? We'll just add 60 seconds just for the foul call. I think the time stopped on. And now, here comes Quality. Hits the brakes right now. And Ryan Smith tried to get it to Comey. I don't know if it was touched or not, but it was definitely not long enough to get to him. And now this one gets by Abrams. Here's Egan. This one in the middle of the field, and Castillo was not close enough to it. This one out, but Castillo able to remain with possession on it. This one right to Franny. Save. Beautiful there from Franny Seaman. And now Abrams. Waldron screaming, trying to get him the ball. And it was ricocheted. And now Timmy Comey has this one ricocheted. Waldron, here he goes. He's going to be able to get what he wanted offensively. Chris Bryan hustling to the ball. And now a bit of tangled up going around there. And it's going to be a foul on Chris. So it'll be a free kick for Conwell-Egan. This one near midfield. This one hit high in the air. And Crillo gets it to midfield. Nice moves. And now Liam Waldron is there, but Armstrong gets to it first. This one knocked back over to Held. And this one ricochets off of Freemuth. Ryan Smith trying to get a foot on it. Triple team coming in. Freemuth trying to come in there. I don't know if that was ricochet, but it was definitely last touch by Castillo. It'll be a throw-in for the Hawks. And Abrams gets it in right away. And once again, last touch by Murphy.
No, Pop ready checking for the Hawks.
No, Pop getting ready to come back in. And now Zoraficus gets to the side. That was over to Landgraf. And now this one upfield for the Hawks. And a big kick out. Here's Ryan Smith. Just gets it back to Zoraficus. Now to Powers. And now there's Abrams, Comey again. It was ricocheted. Here's the Abrams, Comey. It's ricocheted. Comey having a bit of contact. Back to Abrams again. They're playing catch, and now Abrams unfortunately turns it over for the Hawks. And now this one at midfield. An opportunity here for Conwell-Egan. Franny trying to come in and save it. This one just goes right. An opportunity for Egan squandered by a ricochet off the crossbar that just went a bit right. And now some substitutions. Vogel, Noah Pop. And I couldn't necessarily see who the third was, but it is going to be Chris. Actually, well, it was just two. I apologize. William just changed positions. It's now Liam Waldron. He's going to get it upfield. Abrams and Chris Bryant coming out. Waldron had to hit the brakes just a bit, but he's going to get it behind the defense near the side. An opportunity here for Waldron and the prep. This one last touch by Egan. It's going to be a corner kick for the Hawks. And now the corner kick opportunity once again. And now it'll be Qualit to do the corner kick.
Added a few extra seconds.
Gotcha.
It's like
this one
last half.
This one touched right back to Qualit. People hitting the deck. Qualit gets the deck as well, and now he is he goes down, and he seems to be hurt just a bit, but he's trying to get up. He might have just got clipped there a bit. And now here's Franny. Gets it over to Powers. Qualit seems to be okay. He's jogging a bit. Back to the play. As now here's Freemuth. Here's Noah Pop behind the defense. Here they come. Timmy Comey behind the defense as well. Noah Pop. Opportunity. Pop maintains it, and it goes left. That was kind of what Conwell-Egan had on the other end. Now some subs coming in. It'll be Johnston coming in for Murphy. So Johnston, who had the yellow card earlier, officially allowed back in it. And now a big kick downfield. Freemuth not able to maintain it. And he gets it knocked away from him. Here's Walsh. Walsh has been speedy. Has the goal for Conwell-Egan. And now Castillo downfield. Vogel, Powers chase him, trying to knock it away. And a great job from Powers. Vogel goes down.
Got
and
elbowed.
Probably going to be a yellow card.
Yeah, he just got up and
elbowed him. And I might have said something too.
Yeah, but he got up and elbowed him.
And a yellow card. And a yellow card, and that will be Castillo coming out. Coaches exchanging words. But nonetheless, it will be a yellow card on Castillo. LJ, you got some passion for this, man.
Yeah.
We love you for it. But
Good
anyway,
thing is no one is hurt at the end of the day.
That is another great thing. That is.
And it didn't look like he threw a hard elbow either.
Right. Franny, I thought he was going to deliver a big kick, but he gets it back. And now here's Walsh in transition. Powers knocks it away momentarily. The defense coming in, and a nice job from Vogel to knock it away, but it goes out. It'll be a throw-in for Carrillo. Or actually, no, Carrillo will not do the throw-in. It'll be Armstrong. And now it's over 16 minutes remaining in this game. Big throw-in. And it was touched last by Powers, who gets it to Pop, and he hits it behind Waldron. Unfortunate for the Prep. And this one going to go behind Vogel, who's just going to kick it away. Another throw-in for Egan, but in a pretty favorable position. And now the wind's starting to blow here, but it's blowing into the direction of the Prep's goal, so not what you really want to see. It's not that bad, the wind. Who was the last touch by? This is going to be an interesting call here. It's going to stay with Egan, though.
Going off of your point, it's better that it's in the Preps, going the Preps way, because it hangs in the air more, which makes it easier for Franny to catch it.
That's a good call.
It would be worse if it was going towards Egan.
Carrillo,
Freemuth,
Joseph, and Brendan White on Liam Waldron, Freemuth, and it looks like Dom Quallett, who is unfortunately going to look like maybe he's limping off. He's taking a lot of shots today. And a great effort from Quallett. Has the assist on the Waldron goal. And head tapped in the air. This one now head tapped by Ryan Smith. Brendan White got it with his shoulder. Joseph now, well, at least attempted to maintain it, but Carrillo hit it with his knee. And now I think the pressure started to get to Conwell-Egan there, but they're able to get it back as they almost turned it over. And now this is Correa on the Prep side of the field. Ryan Smith coming in, and a beautiful job there from Joseph to just extend the leg. Then to knock it away momentarily. Brendan White, very great speed from him. He's now Armstrong, has to maintain it momentarily. Brendan White coming in, no call from the officials. There was marginal contact, and now Noah Pop on the other end. Here he comes, Brendan White at the middle of the field. We'll see if Pop can get it to him. And it's ricocheted off, and that's going to be a throw-in. And now the clock continues to run. Just 14 minutes remaining now. I believe it's going to be Carrillo to do the throw-in. That's what Vogel is trying to tell the guys. Or at least just tell Carrillo. And now the throw-in for him. And Noah Pop, last Prep player to touch it, but it's just kicked out. Vogel head taps it. Pop hit it with his chest at midfield, and now the Prep have it at midfield. Hoffman just hits it towards the side. Joseph, the first one there. Joseph just going to hold it. Brendan White, or I'm sorry, Vogel was calling for it upfield, but he didn't get it. Now Carrillo. Sal knocks it back over to Will Powers. No pressure from Egan right now, but the Prep, they're going to send it. Powers kicked to midfield. Pop is there. Man in the way. Pop hit the deck. And it looked like Walsh fell over, and they're going to call a foul there on Carrillo. Walsh might have fell a bit early, but the foul is still called.
3-0 Roman.
It is going to be a yellow card.
3-0 Roman.
All right, it's going to be a yellow card on Zorafikis, and he's going to have to come out. Landgraf comes back in. And Athens Zorafikis has a goal today, has played incredible. And the official maybe giving a bit of, kind of holding his hand up to the Egan sideline, maybe trying to tell them,
calm down a little.
Yeah, a little bit. As if you're Egan, you don't want to get a call on your sideline. That would be bad down two. And this one over the net barely. And we'll see if it was tipped there by Franny. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they called it.
Yeah, it's going to be a throw-in for Egan.
So good save then by Franny.
Very good by Franny, and it's lucky that it was just not behind the net, as it's just going to be a throw-in for Egan. And here's the throw-in. This one head tap near midfield. This one in the air again. Pop has it ricocheted. Carrillo head taps it, trying to keep it towards the side, and he's getting boxed out by Curry. And now it'll be Armstrong to throw it in. And the time is kind of the enemy here for Conwell-Egan, but a very good friend of the prep. And now Powers hits, try to get it to Pop, who boxes out. And now Pop here, he comes in transition. Look at the speed. Jack Joseph there as well. And now the prep's coach is yelling at Noah Pop, don't commit a foul, don't commit a foul. He had some elbows in there, but he didn't commit the foul. But this one, upfield, here comes Vogel. In transition, that's going to be offsides on the Hawks. They're called
a foul on Smith.
Oh, no, they called a foul. I thought it was offsides because Pop put his hands in the air. But nonetheless, and I think he kicked it way too early. And that's going to be a problem for Egan because the time continues to run. And obviously the clock is not going to stop for this sort of thing. Waldron and Smith getting ready to come back in.
Ryan, why are we sitting like this?
Well, I have to see. Well, the problem is okay. So I'm sitting on my legs right now, and I was trying. So I stood up on the bench to see the throw-in, and then I just ended up. And now I just ended up like this. But nonetheless, I'll get back to the way I was because that was kind of uncomfortable. But anyway, here comes Armstrong downfield. Vogel might just have to knock it out. He's actually just gonna box out instead, and whistle blowing. It's just going to be a throw-in, no call. Ethan Smith, Liam Waldron, Massanova going to come in. It'll be Ryan Smith, Brendan White, and Noah Pop to come out for the Hawks. Great days for them. So Massanova gets in for the first time. And he's going to make an impact already with a head tap. Waldron trying to chase it down, not able to get there. Here comes Conwell-Egan. Hoffman first. Prep defender closest to there. This one knocked over to Correa. And now this one on the side. It's taken away by Joseph. And now this one downfield. Waldron running towards it. But De Paz Romero hits it downfield. He came out of the goal.
Very far.
Very far. And now Egan will get the throw in, and now this one will be knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Egan. And in a clock, as I mentioned, LJ, it's ticking.
Going to be a factor. Going to be a really big factor.
Yeah, indeed. And Egan, they haven't scored a goal since, the first few minutes of this game. And
they haven't had a real chance besides, what, 2 minutes ago?
A big collision. And now they're going to call the foul. Actually, that's not what Egan wants. They're going to call it on Walsh. Yeah, they're going to call it there on Walsh. And that is now definitely in double-digit fouls if you're Conwell-Egan. And it looks like the referee may be warning Powers of something. Or maybe he was just explaining. I don't know. He must have been explaining something. But nonetheless, it'll be a kick downfield here for Landgraf. And there it is. This one sailing through the night. It ricochets off of Ethan Smith. Waldron trying to box out and get it. This one, a big kick downfield. Powers head taps it. Here's Walsh. And now this one ricochets. The ball is stationary. And it's going to be offsides on Conwell-Egan. Carrillo slow to get up. And it seems like he's all right. And
finally not offsides on the prep.
Yeah,
that happened a lot this season.
Yeah, we've seen a lot.
Senior night, what was it, like 12?
There was a lot.
41?
Yeah, maybe. Somewhere in between. Hoffman knocks it downfield. Massanova is there. And this one stays in bounds. Egan has more players to it, but the prep had the hustle. There's Hoffman over to Jack Joseph. Joseph on the sideline, and looks like it went out, and it does. There'll be a throw-in for Egan. Substitutions coming in. Castillo going to come in for Crillo. Bit of a tongue twister there.
Castillo, Crillo.
Yep. And now it'll be a throw-in for Conwell-Egan once again.
Castillo, Crillo, and Crilla. Wait, what? Wait.
No, wait. What do you?
Sal Crillo, and then Crilla.
Crillo. It's Crillo.
Crillo and Crilla, right?
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I just confused myself.
I can see.
Crillo, and then it's Sal Crillo, and then it's Derek Crillo.
Yeah, Krillo, but like there's
Krillo.
there's the
Corillo
but
and
yeah, but there's the
Krillo.
A. There's the
Okay,
A in
okay.
Krillo, and then there's
Yeah.
it's just an R. It's just Rillo.
Okay,
Which makes it
okay.
Krillo. There we go. See, we have some good conversations. We've had some great conversations today, actually.
Yeah. One of them was how good our Shake Shack was.
That was good. That was very good. That was some very good Shake Shack. I love to see it before the game. We should do that
Exactly.
more often.
More often, yeah.
Well, to be fair, everybody on Friday.
Chick-fil-A.
If you haven't prep students, if you haven't heard, there is going to be a bus. Actually, I'll talk about it in just a second here. This one goes over the heads of everyone out of bounds. It'll be a goalie kick, and now Zorafikis, Catanzariti, Lithgow in. It'll be Carrillo, Waldron, and Landgraf coming out. But yeah, as I mentioned, prep students, if you haven't heard, St. Joe's Prep, this is their first time really doing this, is at least the first one of the year. If you sign up, make sure you sign up. I believe it's on Blackboard, the link, if I'm not mistaken. You can sign up for $20 to get a Chick-fil-A meal and a ride to and from the game on Friday. So make sure you sign up for that. Want to show your prep spirit. But always, if you can't make the game, make sure you tune in on WSJP, as we'll have coverage of that game and also coverage of the football game between Roman and the prep, and obviously the soccer game, LaSalle versus the prep. So that's one of the biggest of the year. Joseph hits the deck, and they're going to call a foul. And now under 5 minutes remaining.
Hardy, Kane, and
Albert getting ready to come in for the Hawks. And now it'll be a free kick for the Hawks after the foul. And the clock continues to tick. And now it looked like there was going to be an attempt there from Comey, but he does not do so. Vogel just knocks it back, but I don't know if you realize he had Walsh there. Here comes Conwell-Egan trying to get it in transition. Walsh behind the defense, behind Powers. It might be a one-on-one. It is going to be, but Franny's in the net. Walsh, nice play, shot. And it goes in and bounces off of Franny's hands. And Conwell-Egan has made it a one-goal game with under 4 minutes remaining. This one just got interesting, LJ.
Really did.
And now Waldron and Albert come in. Massanova off. So is Jack Joseph. Kane, Hardy not going to come in anymore. They're going to sit down. And as I mentioned, this one just got interesting with 4 minutes remaining. Here we go. We're back at it. The Egan sideline, they are hyped. Comey knocks it downfield. Lithgow is there. Bit of contact, no call. Here's Waldron. Waldron knocked down. And they're going to call the foul. Egan does not like it at all. They wanted the handball. And there's a lot going on. There was a lot going on there. And now some substitutions for Conwell-Egan. Vogel will do the free kick. But nonetheless, we're back at it here. And now Vogel, free kick, midfield. Here it is, opportunity, shot, and it's saved! And now we go, the push up field. Powers gonna go back, so is Vogel. Powers knocks away momentarily. This one being knocked around. And now this one continuing to be knocked around here for St. Joe's Prep. They get it back. Here's Landgraf. Knocked downfield again. And now this one gonna sail, and it stays. Well, now it goes out. All right, back here as we get the camera fixed for you. Not doing what we wanted to do today. And now it's just over a minute remaining approximately. There might be a bit more time. The prep going to have the ball. And Egan going to try and hurry this one up. Love the camera moving, LJ.
Just to make sure we're in
I don't want to
place.
get anybody nauseous. All right, anyway, big kick upfield after the foul from Egan. Approximately a minute remaining. Some time for Egan. And now great job from Comey to knock it back. DePaz Romero gets the save, and they got to go. They got to go here. This one. A kick to the middle of the field. Missed head tap there from Smith. It's just knocked back to midfield. Albert, and if you're the prep, you just got to keep knocking it away. Lithgow knocking it back. The prep continuously doing so. And now Smith just boxing out. If you're the prep, you just got to play keep away. Here's Hoffman. Just got to kick it downfield. Albert lets it go. He's going to keep it going. This one's going to go out. It's going to be a throw in here for Conwell-Egan. 20 seconds approximately. DePaz Romero going to get a big kick downfield. There it is. And now your opportunity for Egan. It's going to go in. It's going to go in. Here's Walsh again. 9 seconds approximately. Here we go. The referees probably have a bit more time.
Probably the last
So
possession.
we're probably going to keep going. Yeah, probably the last possession. Here it is once again. Armstrong. Nice slide tackle from Lithgow. And that. Oh, actually, no. That's just our thing. Never
Happened
mind.
twice.
I just have to. And now Vogel knocks it away. And that should probably do it. Here's Waldron in transition. And Waldron just gets it to the middle of the field over the Lithgow. Yeah, we got to turn off that buzzer. Anyway, here is the
Or
prep
maybe you
Landgraf.
just have to stop.
That's
getting
not my
distracted
fault.
by it.
That's not my fault. Albert just going to hold it. As of now, maybe he's going to try and shoot it. Nope, he holds it.
Just hold it. Just
holds
hold it.
Yep. And obviously, once again, more time on the official's clock. And now there must have been a lot of time left. As this game is still not over. But
I say 1 minute left.
nonetheless, it's going to be. And now here's the prep once again. Waldron. I'm sorry, that's Hoffman. Over to Landgraf. Comey. Hoffman. And it seems like Egan has started to hit the brakes on their pressure. And that will do it. St. Joe's Prep survives. 3-2 win over Conwell-Egan. Good win for the Hawks, LJ.
Very good win for the Hawks.
That's what you needed. But Egan, they came out ready to go.
So like we said, if we tie LaSalle on Friday,
Yeah.
get the 2 seed.
Yeah,
Now
so,
that
so the prep,
Judge, it's not looking good for them. 3-0 versus Roman.
Oh yeah, I believe Roman. Well, we'll see what happens there. But the prep survive. 3-2 over Conwell-Egan. We have LaSalle on Friday. LJ and I will be on the call for that game. And also make sure to stay subscribed to WSJP for continuous coverage. As I mentioned, that game on Friday. Anthony Sorgi, Drew Brousseau on the call for the football game versus Roman Catholic. And then next Monday, soccer at Lansdale Catholic. That game starts at 3:45. And we will have coverage for you on WSJP. Make sure to stay tuned to everything St. Joe's Prep Sports by following at SJP Broadcasting on Instagram and X. That will do it here from Penn Park. The Hawks get a 3-2 win over Conwell-Egan. For myself, Ryan Sullivan, my color analyst, LJ McKnight, we say thank you, have a good night, and go Prep.
Hawks.
And go Prep.